Welcome to the art project. If you are new here, please subscribe. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Wanted to tell you about this Field Notes journal. Usually this is an art channel and I do drawing and painting and things like that. But I'm also a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm a fan of Field Notes books. I've bought a couple of different ones. I've used different times for different things. Drawing and keeping notes and journaling and things like that. But I bought this one and several others like it. I don't have the packet still, but I think 2 of these come in one pack. And I also bought the Dungeon Masters Field Notes. It's really cool too, for doing campaigns or one-shots. And I wanted to show y'all a little bit about it. First of all, Field Notes creates notebooks, as I was telling y'all before. Different sizes. They have really nice paper in them. You can get them gridded. You can get them lined, and you can get them, well, like this for Dungeons and Dragons. They're a great little brand. They've got great feel to them. The quality of the paper is pretty awesome. Just about any pen that you want to use inside works. I've been using a Micron pen in here. This is a character journal for Dungeons and Dragons. Usually you get a character sheet, you can print those out, they're free online, and you can get 1 page or 2 pages or 3 pages to keep track of your character. But this one's just really fun because it's got a lot more space for notes, and it has a lot of things in it, like Field Notes is kind of famous for having information that can be helpful, and in this case it has Dungeons and Dragons type information. You know, like if you want to remember alignment or combat or things like that, it's right there for you. There's also a little bit of that in the front right here. So those are kind of fun. And throughout the whole book, there are different things. So this is the introduction to your character. The character's name, the character's class, subclass, background, race, and all of that. And so what I'm really wanting to show you about this journal is what I've done personally to customize it. So I printed out some things. I printed out this little thing with my address and everything on it so that you can, if I lose it, you can return it to me. Field Notes already has that in there. I just glued this down on top of it. And the opening page. Now, I'm an artist, and this is an art channel, so I drew a picture of my character. My character is a halfling, and his name is Fidget, and so this is a picture of him here, and some of his characteristics. He's 3 feet tall. I filled in this information right here directly from the player's handbook. This is information on a halfling. By writing it in, and like I said, I wrote this word for word from the player's handbook. By doing that, it helps me to remember information from the player's handbook on halflings. I also illustrated some of it. If I had an empty space that I didn't think I was going to fill in later on, I went ahead and drew some pictures in there. You'll also notice some of these little marks. I made those. I wanted to make it look like it had been carried by a halfling on a journey, and so I roughed up the front. I even kind of ripped off a little bit of the thing where it said Field Notes right there. I added a quote to the front of it. The quote says, "No matter the odds, we stand together, and with hearts ablaze, we conquer the darkness. Thrain Ironbeard." That's just a character that was a friend of Fidget's and a quote from him. There's background details, so I put details about a sage. Backstory details, I put my backstory in there. This is the class table. You can find this in the player's handbook, and it just gives you a place to write it in. So no matter what class you are, you can fill this in with your particular class. So I just filled it in with the sorcerer class because my halfling is a sorcerer. And then there is the stats. Most people that play Dungeons and Dragons are familiar with. Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Again, everything you see here that's in black is what I have added. Everything in pencil is what I've added. Here's a little quote from Fidget. Giant slaying tip number 1. aim for the knees. Here is the spell casting table filled in. I have wild magic as a sorcerer, and so me and my dungeon master worked it out to where I don't roll for wild magic. Only if I hit a 1, I roll. If I roll a 1 or a 2 on the d20, that's just my character in particular. They say that size doesn't matter, but watch me cast a spell and make you reconsider. Fidget. Keep in mind I'm a halfling. My character is a halfling. I printed out the Wild Magic Surge table. I copied it or something. I forget exactly how I did it. And I sized it so it would fit perfectly on these pages. That took a little bit of doing to get it just right. I wanted it to be large enough that I could read, small enough that it would fit on 2 pages. Something else I think I forgot to mention is that I put these little tabs on the side. These are just little stick-on tabs, and it helps me get to my stats, my spells, my equipment, my treasure, my notes, my allies, and some miscellaneous stuff back here in the back. When in doubt, just throw more fireballs. Fidget. Some equipment that I've got. Here is my money. It's another great thing about the Field Notes version of the character sheet. It has more room for money, including debts that you owed and paid, and a conversion table. More treasure, and some explanation on that treasure. And then some notes that I took at level 1. This is a little bit of my story, my background right here. I printed this out and then I glued it in. Just more of my story, more stuff that happened as I earned my levels. More story. If you want to pause and read any of this, feel free to do so. It's not private. More notes on allies that I have. This is just some information from the Player's Handbook on Harpers. And then some areas that I have not filled in much. This is the staff that I carry as a sorcerer. It's my focus. What do you call it? Arcane focus? Spell focus? Spellcasting focus? I can't get my words out right. And I did a little drawing of it over here. Giants. A reminder that being big doesn't make you better. Fidget. And then some more empty space that I've yet to fill out. There's plenty of room in these Field Notes books to add stuff. Alright, well, here's something special that I did. I added this pocket in the back. This pocket does not come with the book. I added this pocket. Kind of custom made it. It's tearing a little bit down here at the bottom, but I can take a little piece of tape and cover that up. This is just some stuff that I've collected as I've been playing. A little root beer label that we drank root beer one night while we were playing. This is a poem about Thrain, the dwarf, Alicia, the elven sorceress fair, and myself. And then here's some other stuff that either my dungeon master gave to me in gameplay, or some other songs and things like that were sung about Fidget and Thrain on our adventures. Anyway, that's my Field Notes. I really had a lot of fun customizing it, adding pictures and things like that. It's really got a great size. It's very portable. In fact, I have a dice rolling box here that a friend of mine gave to me, and it has room for all of these dice. But what's really great is that these didn't come together, but this actually fits in there perfectly. I can still close it up and zip it up if I need to. That's how portable this is. And let's see what else. It's pretty durable. I did kind of rough it up a lot because I wanted it, like I said before, to look like it had been used. And I think during that time, I actually kind of wore this cover. I've opened it so many times that it's a little torn here and everything. And like I said, this pocket that I put in here is a little torn. But it's still usable. It's still good. And like I said, a little packaging tape, and it'll hold up a little bit longer. I think it was perfectly durable until I got a hold of it and started roughing it up. You've seen how I've customized it by putting a pocket in the front of it, or in the back of it. Could put a pocket on the outside. That probably would have been good because in order to put this pocket here, I actually had to cover up some information. I covered up this information rather than this information because I didn't feel like this information was as necessary to what I was doing. I don't have any other journals to compare it to. There may be some other ones out there that are good, but like I said, I've used other field notes for other things, and I really liked them, so got this. I ordered mine directly from Field Notes. I'll try and leave a link down below so you can go there and get one. You might even be able to get it from Amazon, but I'm not sure. And I mean, that's pretty much it. If you have used one of these before, if you've got one and you've used it, I would love to see your video on it. I don't know if you can tag me or how that works in YouTube, but I would love to know. Maybe leave me a comment down below that you have a Field Notes character journal that you have done and you've done a video of it. I would love to see it. Otherwise, you can just tell me in the comments below what you have done to customize yours, or what you think, what suggestions you might have for me to develop this further. And anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed looking at my Field Notes customization. So if you did, please subscribe, please hit the like button, please comment down below. Thanks for watching.